Hey Libras, how are you? Welcome into your Twin Flame Soulmate reading for April. This is a monthly overview. April so far has proven to be amazing. Also, I feel like I need to share something about making choices in love. Let's see what happens with the reading. There's something about that. Making choices out of love, not fear. Okay. Thank you. Whatever that was, thank you. Making choices out of love, not fear. All right, so here we go. Libra, what's going on for you? Oh, okay. Okay, something's crazy going on. 5 of Wands. So, always grateful for it. 5 of Wands. There's other people around you who may not be understanding you right now. You're also fighting with yourself a little bit here. Do I do this? Do I not do this? That choices out of love, making choices out of love. What is loving for myself? And how do I proceed? How do I not react? How do I, right? It's sort of like a very legitimate feeling way coming from your heart here. Okay. Lots going on here. Yeah, you're kind of overwhelmed. No wonder. No wonder. What the heck? Lots of wands. Just saying. That's interesting. Libra, what you doing, dog? Come from your truth, my loves. Come from your truth. Come from your heart in your truth. Okay? I know I feel like a subdued energy. Normally I'm a little bit louder, but we'll just go with it, right? So you right now, my darlings, 10 of Wands, 7 of Wands, resisting, and then there's 8 of Wands. So this is like almost preferring to be in the spiritual connection. When the real thing happens, it's like a little bit of not a little, a lot of resistance, feeling like you're doing all the work here. But you're not, okay? You're feeling like you're doing all the work, and that's because this has been the chapter. This has been the history of how you have been in this connection. Your person is aware of the twin flame connection, and they are trying to work on their response, their reaction to it too. I like this, King of Wands. This is a man of action. This is a man or woman of action. All right, your divine masculine, your twin, your soulmate, whatever label you want to put on it. This is a man, woman of action, a person of action. And that's like working on how to approach you. Working on how to approach you. Because the foundation has been, you have built it largely by yourself, right? Because if you have been feeling that you are doing all the work, and it's almost like, okay, hold on, hold that thought. It's almost like you can't believe they're here, okay? Because the Ace of Swords and the thing you have been manifesting is arriving. So it's almost like you're like, this is so funny. No, okay, it didn't go according to my plan, or it doesn't look like it's supposed to, or I don't want to do all the work anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. Okay, I'm not doing that anymore, right? And it's sort of like your person's like, okay, let's. It's like you never gave them a chance to do the work too. And I don't mean that in a negative way, okay? No disrespect. It's almost like you thought you had to do all the work. And this is childhood upbringing, when someone is like a people pleaser, or they're in this energy of, well, this is my person, so I have to make it happen, right? Like, you don't have to do anything. And if in that case, for some of you, resisting doing all the work is a damn good thing, because you have been doing that for too long. It may upset your person because they like it when you do all the work. But Conversation is taking place spiritually, emotionally connected, right? So the higher self conversation is taking place regularly, a lot of it. That might even be travel too. It's sort of like, because the universe is delivering, there might even be travel, like let's go away. All right, let's go away for a weekend. You know, we're around, too much is going on, right? Too much is going on. 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on, right? And there's other people. It's loud. It's noisy. It's, you know, we need to get away from the clutter and just cut through, get clarity around this. Understand what this is. Your person's all on board. On board. And you're almost resisting it, like, what's the catch? There is no catch here. It looks like they're connected with the fact that this is going to require them to do work too. All right? You have been pushing them emotionally and spiritually, 5D communication, in the way of awareness around this shared responsibility, right? Because this is a twin flame union or a soulmate, or again, whatever label you want to put on it. And so I don't think you, Libra, understand that when you feel like you're doing all the work, you're not. That's just a construct of your own, because you're not seeing it physically. You're not seeing anything happening physically. But their work doesn't need to be the same as your work, right? How they're doing their thing is their own. And I know you're twins, right? And there's like this mirroring, but there's also this highly compatible click, right, of parts that are not the same. It's sort of like the difference between matching and going, okay? So when you put clothes together and you have like the green sweater and a green pair of socks and everything matches, right? It matches. Versus the more highly evolved fashion sense, in which you could have plaids and checkers and loud patterns and small pattern all together, but it goes, okay? That's the real genius. When people are really genius at fashion, that's the genius, is that it doesn't match, because that's sort of like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? Like that's sort of the basic. It goes, right? This is a color palette, right? These all go together. They're the same hue. They're the same intensity of color. They're the same. They have a similar undertone to the color, so that regardless of the structure of the outfit or whatever, it flows because of a few design principles, which I know nothing about. I watched Project Runway long enough to know this, and going is better than matchy-matchy. In terms of sophistication, in terms of elevating the connection, in terms of elevating this relationship, compatibility is the key. Not like, oh, we're exactly the same. Because no. You know, do you ever watch some of those survival shows? This morning I've channeled Allen Iverson, Project Runway, now Survivor. Not Survivor. I'm talking about dual survival. I'm talking about like Les Stroud, who goes out into the universe. I really like those shows because they teach you something about how to be in communion with nature, as opposed to being afraid of it. Okay, because we're so used to our lattes and our luscious, Ugg boots, which I'm wearing right now. Being out in nature and earthing yourself and grounding yourself, and how to commune with nature, be part of nature without pushing up against it. How to integrate yourself. That's what this challenge is to you, Libra, is in your truth and in the building of a foundation. How are you integrating yourself and manifesting the true highest vibration of this union? The the highest vibration of this union. That's where you are working together, compatibility, where it goes. It doesn't just match. Okay, so 7 of Wands here. There is a little resistance on your part. Let me just get one card around that before we move on. Yeah, okay, that could cause resistance to the fact that your partner has become enlightened. Like, there's a little bit of like, well, I'm the enlightened twin. I know you want them to be enlightened. I know you do. Right. I watched a video yesterday about how, like, the masculine, even though they have done all that, they have in the physical done a lot of things that trigger us. It's sort of like maniacal. It's like they understand exactly what will trigger you, because that's how they elevate the work, right? They're doing something from that perspective where they're elevating the work by triggering reaction or whatever. When you become balanced and you become, like, in the physical, when you're like mastering this level, now we're going higher. Okay, so be prepared. Be prepared. This is also your wish has been granted. So it is a little on the order of be careful for what you wish. Co-create what you want. Release the old image of that ex, of this man, of this divine masculine, of this the unawakened twin, or what you're seeing as the unawakened twin up until now, because they're getting awakened. So now it's a new game. The playing field has shifted because they have awakened. And there's a little bit of resistance. Well, I have been doing all this work for so long, and why is he getting the credit? No. Oh, I don't know where that voice came from. Okay, so let's continue this reading. I'm going to do an extended on this, of course. If you'd like to go a little deeper into this, you are absolutely welcome. There's a link below. This is April monthly for Libra. We're going to do 3 cards for you, for action, inaction, healing, all of that stuff, things to know. 3 messages from your person that they want you to know right now. 3 cards for how this plays out. We'll get guidance, and we'll look to the oracles for more guidance from their perspective. Okay, so click on the link, and I will see you on the other side.